Okay, everybody, how you doing? This is John. I'm back here in the Alternative Energies Labs, and I know you're looking at the screen thinking, "What in the world have I got done today?" All right, I told you I was going to make it. I made it. This is my Dayton 1/3 horsepower electric motor that I got hooked up to a General Motors alternator. My whole purpose of this whole idea is, I've been saying it over and over and over. We build these cells, we bench test them, we use battery banks. I've used solar to charge my batteries. I've spent, a couple $100 on battery chargers that are supposed to have no AC leakage on it. Yeah, every time I put it in the car, you get a different story, different ideas. Not everything, something changes. Well, this is my remedy to it. Belt-driven alternator. Now, don't get too excited. It's not AC. I'm still using DC. This particular setup, the way I have it right now, is just for testing my cells, just continuing doing what I'm doing. Now, this is just the start of what I'm doing. I'm actually building a vacuum bank as well. I want to replicate a car engine as close as possible as I can. So by adding a vacuum, and that way when I hook my cell up, it'll be truly just like it is in there. So basically, like I said, I know it's going to be hard. You're not going to be able to read the fine print on that plate, but it's a Dayton 1/3 horsepower, 115 volt, 1700 RPM engine motor. I'm sorry, it's a motor. So then I just got my switch, got my fuse in here, just protect it. Got my switch, comes back to the alternator. I just got it mounted up there to a board, nothing fancy. It works. This just happens to be an older style. This is like out of a 1954. uh, Used up pretty much into the 70s and early 80s even. Um, so I had to hook my little light up to my voltage regulator for it to kick on. This is my teaser switch just to charge it with the 12 volts so it starts putting out. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug this bad boy in and give you a voltage test so you can see what's going on here. Um, and we'll see what's going. Let me go see. All right. Trying to find a cord around here somewhere. Everything else is plugged into the solar panel. And I have one underneath here. Okay. Now this isn't the solar panel, unfortunately. This is just house current. Okay. So let me get this here. I apologize for the bouncing of the camera, but that's what I have. Okay, here we go. It's not the quietest thing in the world, but it could be worse. So there it is. Driving it. Now, give you an idea. Here's my ground. Here's my positive leg. Okay. Right now, my battery has got 10.5 volts, so 10.5 volts. That's what the battery's got in it. This battery's been sitting around for a while. Okay, now I'm going to trickle the thing and you'll watch it jump. Okay, there you go. 14.7. Now that'll bounce around between 14.3, 14.7, but there it is. Now what I'll do is I'll piggyback off of the battery from here and I'll run it to that red box you see. Well, you probably won't see it under there. See if I give you a little light, maybe you'll see it. There it is down there. There's a red box under there. Well, right there is another one of those safety switches, just like that's on that. There it is there. There's my amp gauge right there. So it'll go through there, and then it'll go right into my cell. Okay, now that's my EX cell. It's working good. I like it and all, but like I said, if I'm gonna do these tests, it's gonna be strictly on this using this system here. So I mean, there it is. You'll see my battery voltage dropping back down again. Like I said, the battery's been sitting around for a while, so it's going to. I think it'll maintain about 10 volts. when I plugged it in, when I first started playing around with this alternator a couple hours ago, it was down to about 6 volts, so I got it up to 10. I'm sure once it runs for a while, it'll be fine. I'll put the battery itself on a trickle charger overnight while I'm gone to work tomorrow. So when I come back, it should be good to go. I'm going to go ahead and mount this whole setup here up underneath my bench and run, like I said, hook up my wires to it and all. But I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's functional. It's going to get the point across. It's going to do what I need it to do. Um, Hopefully I can get a little bit more accurate with my cells. Like I said, my cells weren't that far off, but I would get it tweaked perfect with my PWM, the whole 9 yards. And then as soon as I take it out and put it in my vehicle, it's like altogether different. I had to readjust the PWM. So this way, hopefully it'll eliminate all that baloney. So back on the HHO for a while. Let the solar sit for a while. Let the wind generator sit for a while. Um, Back on the HHO for a while. I kind of wanted to build this thing for a couple of months now and just haven't had the time. So I figured, well, it was Father's Day weekend. Mama Bear said I can do what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. This is what I did. All right, that's it for today. I'll get this thing hooked up underneath the bench and start doing some real bench tests with the EX cell and with the Stinger Junior cells and see what the difference is. Um, I got some ideas for the Stinger Junior cells. I'm going to try something a little bit different. Um, I'm not going to say what it is yet, but I'm going to try something different. Playing around with these dry cells kind of gave me a couple more ideas. Just want to throw a couple of things back and forth, testing them for myself. I'll video it all, and if I feel it's worthy getting up, if I think it's worth your time, then I'll go ahead and put the videos up and let you know what's going on. But we're still here in the Alternative Energies Lab. It's been a slow winter. Work's been slow, money's been tight, so we haven't been doing a whole lot. But not that the money's any better, but I'm ready to get back into this stuff here. All right, everybody. Appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos, and do me a favor and vote on them and pass the word around. Thanks, everybody.